Welcome back to the setup, episode 6, I believe. So we're on the third episode of 2023, where Luke said that if I don't do 20 episodes, I'm fired.
I didn't forget.
So we're getting our 2 a month. Okay, we're gonna get there. Well, we have a special guest here with us today. Luke, do you want to introduce our special guest?
Absolutely. Guys, excited that you all are on the podcast today. I want to introduce to you guys the one and only Alex Doebler. Alex, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm not the guy, but I'm a guy.
Okay,
So,
well, Alex Doebler is here. But Alex, we're super excited. He is actually coming onto our staff as our associate worship pastor. So he's going to be, as the associate worship pastor. So he's going to be leading worship and student ministry. He's going to be super active and involved in adult worship over there and all things student ministry. And we're just really pumped that you're coming onto the team, bro.
I'm super stoked to be a part.
Yeah, before we get into some of the questions, because we want you guys to get to know Alex a little bit. Alex, tell us where you're from, family, and like a random fact about you.
Random fact. Okay, so I grew up in Pekin, Indiana, which most of you probably have no idea where that's at, but it's north. So I grew up in Pekin.
Is that suburban?
We drove a Suburban. There's your random fact.
There you go.
I am married. I've been married for 4 years this coming August. I will get rung up if I got that wrong. That would have been bad. I have a child. He will be 3 in August. His name is Clayton. My wife's name is Kelsey. And
I like how you said you have a child.
I do have a child.
Like his child is straight up Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Child.
I have a boy.
There you go.
There you go. His name is Clayton. A random fact about me. That's a great question. I'm just going to stick with we drove a Suburban because I'm drawing a blank and I can't come up with anything else right now.
Wait, so you actually did drive a Suburban? Like
Yes.
that was the honest truth.
That was our family car. I actually hit a deer in our Suburban on my way to basketball practice in high school.
That's an L take, but hey.
For the Suburban, it was.
Yeah, definitely,
I was fine.
definitely.
That thing's a tank.
Well, dude, we are super excited to bring you onto the team. Alex's first day on staff at Eastside is going to be March 20th. So you'll be finishing things up at your church up in Seymour over the next several weeks. And, dude, we're just really excited to bring you onto the team, man. Can't wait to see what God does in student ministry as you lead us in worship. Claire, take us away. First question for Alex.
All right. So I was told I have to ask a serious question first.
Yes.
So I'm going to go with, since you are obviously going to be doing worship, what is your favorite worship song and or artist? Let's hear it.
Okay. So
Can I borrow that real quick? I'm sorry. I'm already interrupting. Chaz has already decided he's never having me on the podcast again.
long.
So this answer to Claire's question may determine your salary. All right.
Oh, okay. So, as many people in Seymour know, my favorite artist is Phil Wickham. I love Phil Wickham. I guess that's a bad answer.
I'm just a Phil Wickham hater, personally.
Don't feel
Yeah.
bad because there's this inside joke here in the Next Gen team that Chaz like literally hates every worship band I love and every worship song I love.
We literally just had the conversation at lunch that Chaz only listens to worship music and he hates Phil Wickham now. So
There you go.
that's rough.
I don't hate anybody, okay? But there's just some of his songs that I don't love.
Which is your least favorite Phil Wickham song? Because I bet it's probably my favorite.
My least favorite, Battle Belongs.
Dude, that's bad because that's a great song. That's a fantastic song.
Week 1. Alex.
Actually, the shirt that I have
just
on is a Hymn of Heaven shirt, and
We
I
need
have
to
a hoodie
open
at
up with
home
that
that
song.
says Battle Belongs.
There you go. Hey, man, it's just my opinion. You know,
Whatever.
we all have them.
That's true.
It doesn't mean they're right. but-
Right. I would say my favorite song is probably Hymn of Heaven by Phil Wickham.
Good
do like
take.
that
I do
song.
like that song too.
It's a great song.
It's a great A song.
It's a great A song. Yeah. Yeah.
Chaz just did his comedian on that not too long ago.
I did. Yeah, that's true.
There you go. So he
we
does
may
like
not
Phil
hate
Wickham.
Phil Wickham as much as we thought.
Yeah, well, that song is really good. Okay, I'll give the credit.
And
to
shout out
there.
Angela, who always sings "It's Always Been You" by Phil Wickham. She crushes that song.
That is true. It gets you right in the feels.
Exactly.
All right, I have a super serious theological question about.
Philosophical.
Yes, there's the word that I was looking for, but I don't know that it exists.
That's okay.
So the question would be, what is more likely to exist, aliens or Bigfoot?
That's a great question. I'm gonna say aliens.
Okay, but okay, why?
Because if you look up the definition of alien, it's more or less something that is just not from around us, something that we're not familiar with. So technically, angels could be aliens.
Okay, that's a cop-out answer. No, like alien, like space aliens that are like flying in UFOs and could potentially take over the
Invading
invade.
aliens, not angels.
No, not angels. Not someone from Canada.
He changed his answer now, though.
I was just saying, I'm gonna stick with aliens just because they're like.
Bigfoot is real, by the way.
I mean, I've never seen you and Bigfoot in the same room, so.
Dang, I'm Bigfoot. Facts.
Ouch.
Boom roasted.
Boom. Roasted.
Did anyone ever watch that show, like growing up, Finding Bigfoot?
I've seen a couple episodes.
You kind of remind me of the one dude with the long hair. I'm not gonna lie. You wasn't allowed.
You're a mix between Trey Kennedy and Bigfoot.
Luke just
I'm,
looks for a
Trey
reason to
Kennedy
mention
and
him being
Bigfoot combined.
homeschooled.
There you go.
All right. Well, I guess that's a valid answer. But all right, Sai.
All right, so I got a serious one. It's my turn to do a serious question.
Okay.
So I want to know, like, what made you like fall in love with like worship ministry, like music ministry?
Okay, so growing up, my family was always involved in music. My dad is a worship director at the church I grew up at. My mom and dad actually were in a Christian band who wrote their own music and stuff. My dad was a drummer. My mom was a backup singer. And then probably when I was like 17, this is going to sound really weird. I'm going to get real deep real fast. I had a dream, and I know this dream was like of God because whenever you're 17, Claire, you could probably attest to this.
I am 17,
In the
so I
middle
might
of
be
the-
able to.
Like in the middle of the night, after your parents always go to bed, you just want to rearrange stuff. Yeah?
Yeah, I may or may not have like rearranged my room a few times, like in the middle of the night. So this is true.
It's true. Okay, so it was like
of the night.
it was like 1:00 in the morning. I just got done playing like Fortnite with all my buddies, and I rearranged my room. And when I went to sleep that night, I had a dream, and I knew it was real because my room was in the exact new formation that I had just made. And as I'm sitting here, as how I'm going to describe it to you, I think I saw Jesus, and it was so real and so crisp to me because like I could see like the dimples on his face and like his chin strap hair.
Was he handsome?
He was very handsome. It was
That's actually like awesome.
it was
Like,
so cool. And he
that's
said
mind-blowing.
2 words to me. He said praise, and then he said something in tongues or in a different language. I don't know what it was, but the word that stuck out in my head was praise. And I woke up,
Wow.
I was like, wow. That's my calling. That's what I'm gonna do with my life. So
Wow, that got deep really fast.
it
That's
did. I
super
told you it
cool.
was gonna
All
get
right,
deep.
can
That
we just
is-
go home now?
That is dope.
Nothing that is said on this episode
Yeah,
will be
that
cooler.
was,
That is
that
so.
was that's when I knew worship was my calling. I may not be the best worship guy, but I know that's what I'm called on this earth to do. Because I know for a fact there's lots of people that are up on this stage week in and week out that are so much better than me. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just excited to be a part and to do that with you guys.
That's awesome.
Well, I'm going to follow up your recap of your dream that led you into ministry. I was going to spin that off with a question about what is a dream that you've had in your life that you hope didn't come true. But instead, I want to ask you a question about your hair. Okay.
Okay.
So, you got your hair to the side a little bit. Do you ever go to the other side? Have you ever grown it out? And on top of that question about how you style your hair, how do you feel about man buns?
Okay, so growing up, my mom always wanted me to have short hair, and so I always had short hair.
Classic mom.
Classic mom
Of
stuff.
the-
It was
of the
it was probably
2000s.
like Silas's hair, just kind of short, like just clean cut, like nothing too crazy.
Basically, my mom cuts my hair.
Yes, pretty much, yeah. But as I grew up and as I got like engaged and married, I was like, I can live my own life. So I wanted to let my hair grow. So like this past year, I let my hair grow as long as I could before my wife thought it was time to get a haircut. And I wanted a man bun. A lot of people in my family were like, if anybody could do it, it'd be you. I had the personality to do it,
My man.
but I never got there. we got to a point, and then we were gonna have family pictures, and Kelsey was like, "You should probably cut your hair." So I cut it. Yes, I have tried to go back and forth. This is the better half because I have like a swirl in the back, and this is the way that my hair goes. So sometimes I can throw it over there, but I have a very, very bad hairline. It's not receding because I'm pretty sure I was born with that hairline. Like it cuts like all the way back. Like it's so bad. So
Okay.
yeah.
So I think that did answer the question. So basically, when you became a man, you started to grow your hair out, right?
Yes, I tried to be Samson and just.
You tried to be Samson.
Yeah, it didn't
Kelsey
work.
said no.
Yeah.
Right? She said no.
Yeah, she cut.
But would you say that you do have future aspirations to have a man bun at some point in your life?
I wish I could. I actually told Kelsey this the other night.
So is the door shut?
It is not shut.
It's
It's
okay.
cracked a little.
All right.
So comment down below if you want Luke and Alex to grow out a man bun. Okay, comment down below right now.
I would love that.
Yeah, throw in the comment. I can already pull mine up.
Michelle
in one.
hates the man bun. Your wife does not. She
Next
does not love
question.
it.
We got to move on to Claire.
Yikes.
Next question.
All right.
Yep.
So, I do have a question, and this is for the courtesy of my good friend Bailey Houston. Do you
Shout
drink?
out, Bailey.
Do you drink milk?
I do drink milk, but I do not drink milk just by itself. I cannot.
Boo.
Yeah, well, whatever. I like chocolate milk. I would drink chocolate milk by itself. A lot of times, that'll be my breakfast. I'll like throw some Nesquik in some milk, and that'll be my breakfast.
It's good. I respect that.
But if I'm just like in the middle of the day, I don't crave milk. Like if you handed me a cup of milk and was like, drink this, or I wouldn't say die, but I'd probably drink it if
That'd
that
be
was
a weird
if that
thing
was my
to-
two
to want
if that was
to
my
die
two
over.
options, I would probably drink it. But like
That would be in a world of Bigfoots where
Yeah,
they would tell
exactly.
you drink
Right.
this or
Foot's
die.
real.
yeah, he's right here. I would I have to like have a cookie or like a Pop-Tart, and then I can wash it down with regular milk.
That's respectable. That's
Yeah.
exactly how I am.
I
I'm
also
not a
like
milk,
strawberry
I'm not a milk
milk.
lover.
So I like all
I
different
love
kinds
milk.
of
I'm gonna be for real.
Your girlfriend also.
flavored milk.
Does love it.
Flavored milk is fire.
Yeah, a spin-off off that because I like to change the rules, but that's why
Classic
this is
Luke.
my last podcast because Chaz will never let me back on. But
This is true.
if you like flavored milk, do you like milk that's like in your cereal bowl after you eat the Cocoa Puffs? Like, will you drink that milk because now it's flavored?
It depends.
What?
It depends.
I'm the same way. I can't do it. Like
Bro,
it
just
just
say you
makes
don't
me.
like milk,
It
bro.
makes me
It
like
depends.
puke. Like if it's like Fruity Pebbles, I can't drink that. Or no,
My-
it's foul. I can't. I just.
So my
You're
protein
foul.
shakes that
It's
I've been
foul.
drinking lately are Fruity Pebbles flavored, and it tastes like the end of your Fruity Pebbles, like just the Fruity
That's
Pebbles
a
milk.
W.
And it's delicious.
That
It's
is so good.
fantastic.
Best cereals of all time, I'd have to argue.
No.
Top.
Fruity Pebbles,
I don't know if it's
No,
top
they
three.
get soggy
I mean, it
so
could be up
fast.
there,
I was gonna
but
literally say the same.
Reese's
Cocoa
Puffs.
Puffs, or Reese's
Reese's
Puffs.
Puffs.
The marshmallow one.
I like Captain Crunch the best.
Lucky Charms.
Yeah, I don't.
Captain
Just
Crunch.
the marshmallows.
Captain Crunch.
I mess with Captain Crunch like
So-
heavy. With the berries, Captain
Yeah.
Crunch with the berries.
So
yeah.
this is more of a question for you guys. You guys, how old are you?
19.
12.
19. Okay, so you guys aren't going to be old enough to remember this.
All right, hey.
Do you remember like the big bags at JC of cereal? Did you ever have the blueberry muffin tops?
No.
No.
Hands down,
I
best cereal
My family
to ever
shops at
exist.
Aldi.
We're too young, Chaz.
Dude, it was.
Word on eBay.
Look for it on eBay. Blueberry muffin tops. It tastes exactly like a blueberry muffin top, just in a cereal.
All right, your first Sunday here. We're gonna have blueberry muffin tops for
I
dinner.
would love nothing
Yo.
more.
That could be the stage game. Who could eat it faster?
That's a good idea.
with a
I
glass
know
of
I'm
milk.
gonna lose
Then-
that because I tend to enjoy my food. So
All right, my question is, what is your favorite? I don't want to say like night of worship, but like favorite experience leading worship before.
that's a great question. I've had a lot. There's nothing better than to be leading worship and to look out and be able to step back from your microphone and just hear all of God's people singing in unison. This happened at the Phil concert I went to a couple weeks ago. The way that he ended the show was he finished with It was House of the Lord. So we finished with House of the Lord, and as we finished, he started. Then sings my soul. Whatever that song is. What is that song? I can't come up with the name of it.
How great thou art.
That's it. Thank you, Chaz.
Some old hymn.
Grew
So
up
he's
Church of Christ.
nice. So he started that. Then sings my soul, and then he stopped. And then the entire church, it was at Southeast Christian Church in Louisville.
The Blankenbaker
Yes,
campus?
the
It looks
main
like
campus.
a mall. It's huge.
It's
in there.
massive. And so he
It's a
started
Jesus
that,
mall.
and then everybody, it was a sold out crowd. Everybody started singing that, and then they walked off the stage.
That
And
is
finished.
cool.
We finished as a congregation. Is the best way to end a concert, or the best way to end any kind of worship, is just let all the glory be to God. Like, we were not singing to Phil and Matt Marr and Leland and Tay. We were singing to God. They were just leading us in those. So that's probably been my favorite
Chills.
memory of worship for me.
That is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I could see where, I'm sure there's times where you feel like you're, correct me if I'm wrong, where there may be times where you're leading worship and you feel like you're one of the only people
Oh yeah,
singing.
oh yeah. There's
Just because if the room's not engaged
Yeah.
or
it's true. So I've been at churches where like you have like 60 people out there.
Yeah.
I actually did a night of worship probably like 6 months ago, and I think there was probably less than 20 people in the crowd. But I will say one of my favorite times ever worshiping was in a music practice room at IUS with this other guy. I had a guitar, he had the piano, and we just played 4 chords over and over and over again, and we were just singing
That is cool.
praise. It was over and it was amazing. It was so cool. So yeah.
Sweet.
Awesome. So I got another serious question, and there is a correct answer to it.
Okay.
So rank these movies 1 through 4, okay?
1 through 4. Okay.
So, and some of them are series, so we're just going to count series like as one
Okay.
movie, if that
like
makes
like
sense.
Harry Potter.
Yeah, exactly.
all-
That's one
all
of them,
together. Okay.
actually.
Okay.
Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Marvel, and Star Wars. How would
Okay.
you rank them 1 through 4?
Lord of the Rings is 4.
Yes, good answer.
Lucas,
Luke
Good
is
answer.
leaving.
Luke is gone.
stage.
Lord of the
Luke's
Rings is
making his
4.
way to the door.
Well, it's a tie between 4th place between Lord of the Rings and Star Wars.
Now I'm leaving.
I've never been a Star Wars or Lord of the Rings guy, so those are 4 and 3.
You guys are so dramatic.
Those can be interchangeable. It was Harry Potter, and what was the other one?
Marvel.
Marvel. Okay.
He couldn't even remember one of them, and he still put Lord of the Rings and Star Wars. Look.
Right, because
Lord of
they're
the
trash.
Rings is trash.
Trash.
Have you watched it?
Yes.
I've tried, and I don't like
I've
it.
watched half the movies.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to go. Just because. No. Okay. I'm gonna go Marvel 2 and then Harry Potter 1, based on those 4.
I don't agree with that.
Marvel
though.
is great. Don't get me wrong. I don't like how spread out it is. I like Harry Potter because I grew up reading Harry Potter, and so being able to see those books come to life was great. I don't like to read, so I really liked the movies instead. But Marvel is really cool, really action packed. But to be honest, it kind of lost my interest after so long. Because it was it's the same thing.
There's so many of them.
Exactly. There's just so many.
It was it was inevitable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And now that we have, it was inevitable. Nice.
Dude, we just snapped at the same time. That was solid.
Dude, that was like power clap times 10.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Well,
I don't want to go, Mr. Stark.
I think it was overplayed. The I am Iron Man. That thing. It was cool. Don't get me wrong, but I think it was a little overdone.
That was toxic.
It was.
Like the greatest
That was
moment in the
almost
Marvel
I mean,
history.
it was great. Don't get me wrong.
That was almost as toxic as you ranking Lord
Throwing
of the
down
Rings
Lord
at
of
the
the Rings
bottom.
and Star Wars.
I would agree with that.
Frodo.
Lord of the Rings is 4.
Frodo would be rolling in his grave.
Frodo
right now.
Wagons, right side?
Frodo Wagons.
My dog's named after Frodo, so it's Frodo.
Yikes.
But dude, after hearing that ranking, man, I have one thing to say to you, and that's Avada Kedavra.
See, and that's fine.
JK.
I am just Harry Potter, so I
Lost
just
just
don't.
like I am.
True.
Yeah.
True.
I'm
Yep.
just sitting here. I'm just sitting
Okay,
listening.
I got a question for you, Alex.
I got an answer for you, Luke.
It took me a long time because I don't usually do the serious questions. I just do the silly ones. No, but with you coming on to our team here and being a huge part of Eastside Worship and our Eastside family, and we're so excited for that. With you coming on here in about a month, I just want to know, what are your hopes for, what you want God to do through worship, through you and Kelsey and Clayton and your family when you come to Eastside, over the next 6 months or a year. Like, what do you hope God does?
I just hope God continues to bless Eastside. I've been a spectator for the last year and a half. I was on the worship team with Aquila for about 6 months before I got my job in Seymour. But just being able to see the growth that Eastside has had, I would just love for God to be able to continue that. And if I get to play just the tiniest role in that, that would be spectacular. But this is a place that my wife just absolutely adores. She tells me all the time that her life-changing sermon was here, and the youth ministry, all like from preschool or like birth all the way through, is exquisite, and that's where I want my son to go. It's where I want my son to be a part of it as early as possible. So I hope God blesses the church, and I hope he's. I mean, I know he would, and he will. I hope that we get blessed as well by partly blessing the church as well.
Very cool, man. Dude, I'm excited.
I'm
We're excited for you to become part of the team, and excited for your family to grow at Eastside and fall in love with Lord of the Rings as well. So
I don't think that's going to happen.
there's still time for that in the man bun.
Still doing miracles.
He
Yeah.
is, but that's one that's probably not going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good answer, man. I don't know if I want to run through a wall or cry, so that's how you know it was.
Just do both.
It was good. There you go.
Run through a wall, you mean like Looney Tunes? If you smash through the wall, there's
Yep.
an outline.
All right. Well, thanks for joining in on the setup. There's something that I love to do. We all punch the camera on the count of 3 to
Punch it.
close us out. All right.
Like, do I have to get up and walk over?
No,
there
you
and punch
just
it?
we all punch towards the camera, and then
Okay.
I'll zoom in,
Oh,
and it'll be like
okay,
a cool
cool.
effect.
Cool.
There you go. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1.
Thank you.